Welcome back to Castle of Illusion. So, on to the next world. Again, going up and up again. Again, also
Up
with
and
more,
down and all around.
yes, also with more collectibles getting. We see also more
Fitting statement considering Sega.
Oh yeah.
Love that song.
Plot twist: Sonic comes in and hijacks the game.
You know, I would like to see a crossover between Sega and Disney. Oh wait.
Wait, did that happen?
Yes, it has.
And where?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, that's why I can't remember.
Both Sonic and Bowser can brag that they got to be in Disney movies before Mario.
There you go. With that mirror, you can actually swap costumes if you have the right component.
But it's
The
a
Mirror of Error. Wow, I
whoa.
didn't know the Mirror of Error still existed in this universe.
Basically, again, you have the Explorer costume, the Magician costume, and the Knight armor.
You were saying, Jova?
But dude, it's okay because Mario got to be in Pixels instead.
And the Duck Hunt dog too.
Alright. It's okay though, we can beat him up in Smash now.
No, still not
I mean-
excuse again for Nintendo to.
I mean, well, I'm not a fan of Wreck-It Ralph, but I'll take that over freaking Pixel.
Yeah. Heck, even Ready Player
Agreed.
One was a better movie. I mean, that movie is not the most amazing one, but it was still overall pretty good fun, just for the sake of all those IPs there.
Ready Player One, Jova, it was basically easy mode in a sense, but he
Yeah.
could have done anything and he will still have won anyway.
Mm-hmm. So,
Alright.
wow.
And from what I've heard, the film's miles
Next
better
up
than what
is
the book it was
the
based off
library.
of.
Just
Yeah.
like in the original game, you'll be transported into a giant library where, of all things, the letter A will start attacking you. But just say that they did something to spice things up, this in a sense.
Yep.
Alright, Mickey, now open your mouth wide and say,
Ah!
Hold on, listen closely. Hey!
What?
They shout A for every single action, even when
Yeah.
they die.
Why
I
the way
can
he
imagine,
keeps the
I can imagine the
alphabet?
villain's pun now. Hey, Mickey!
Also, some sentient sugar cubes.
I'm not sure what's
Well,
going on.
remember too, the sugar cubes in the original were also sentient.
Oh yeah, but again, this is some foreshadowing as well. Ah. Also, in order to add spice things up, we added these books that come up and down, just like those in those ruin blocks
Crash
in the
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot games. Yes, like in Sunset Vista.
Speaking of Crash Bandicoot, a fun fact. Apparently the port for Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy on the Switch was made by just one guy.
It was very filled with determination and determined to made a port that he spent basically a weekend, was it? In order to make. Hold on. Basically, we introduced a new concept for this remake, and the fact that the reason Mickey gets in the Sugar World is because there is a doppelganger shadow of him that just taunts this world.
Created by a shadow, of course.
Also, yeah, there you go. But yeah, just like Jova said, this was the Switch port was made just because one particular development was downright super determined of making it possible.
Either
So,
this says
there you
that
go.
the Switch is incredibly port friendly, or that guy is just amazing, or it's a combination of both.
I'd say combination.
Well, hey, good
Again,
news also. The
I get the feeling that the Crash Insane Trilogy was made using a relatively easy to use engine and art style combination, so
Yeah.
it would have been fitting.
That reminds me, the maker of Nier Automata has also expressed interest in getting that game ported to the Switch as well.
Ow. I guess Platinum is testing the ground with both the Bayonetta 1 and 2 ports and eventually is a Bayonetta 3 before doing something more with it.
And Yoko Taro also expressed interest as well.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And hey, Square's been talking about possibly eventually, maybe not, immediately upon release, but since the Switch is actually compatible with Unreal Engine, because that's what Smash Bros. Ultimate is using, they may port Kingdom Hearts 3 eventually.
Look forward to
Port the HD
What
collections
about the
first,
rest?
look forward to the
You alright?
look forward to the graphics being like PS3
Is this
stuff.
gelatin? Jelly?
Honestly,
Whatever?
the
Yeah, it
gun
is challenge theory, just like in the original game, but it divided into two things. The red cubes actually makes you just slide through, but with the green ones you can actually use them as bouncing platforms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
You were saying?
Oh,
You
right.
were cutting out for a second. Can you repeat?
Basically, sure. Think about it. Nintendo has a better chance of getting all the Kingdom Hearts past stuff because they've actually had history on Nintendo. More than Microsoft.
Macaroons.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, speaking of another section taken from Crash Bandicoot, similar to that one with the
Temple ruins.
temple levels. Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, speaking of Crash Bandicoot and Nintendo,
Yeah.
I wonder if like at some point we'll get like a compilation of the handheld games.
I'm
Would
also
not
expecting that,
surprise
considering
me.
Vicarious
Maybe we'll
Vision
get-
was responsible for that. So I'm taking the fact that they're basically they like them enough to try something more with them.
Although, granted, to be fair, the first two handheld Crash Bandicoot games are kind of like, handheld 2D versions of some original Crash games. Like, well, granted, the bosses are technically different, but it even has some of the same bosses and everything. And
True,
basically,
but I would imagine them to be remade using this particular style 2.5D and not being a full-on price, something like $30 or 20.
yeah, true, I could see
I mean,
that.
Although
that
from what I've
depends
seen,
on what Activision may be, thinking.
although from what I've seen, like had Chris's review of the handheld games, I hope the dial looks better than I've heard that before, little scientist.
To be fair,
Actually,
yeah,
to be fair, Dweebs, I was actually okay with that line for the simple reason that it's not the first time Coca said it. Remember, at the end of 3, he calls Crash a little orange delivery boy. So, yeah,
ah,
Did he?
damn.
I take it he said that in the do too.
yes. Also, very good, Jova. The original game, you just find the green gem right there. Here, you need to kind of work for it.
So we started in a library, got knocked into a bottle, which took us
And
to
now
a
we're
candy
going back
world,
to
and
the
now we're going...
library.
Wait, I thought we were going into a place within that candy world, but okay, it's just a portal back, thank God.
Hmm. It's basically back and forth. There you go, and that's an actual ad from the 30s of Mickey. So, alright, time to go back. And now here's an interesting thing. It's the same level as before, but the layout has changed accordingly. So basically, it's the same location, just with a different way it's structured. There you go.
Shadow taunting you.
Yes. Also, I think what happened in the what was illustrated in those books was actually what happened in the first level. I think. Also, run. Come on, there you go. Alright. Also, again, there was a nice touch when you actually grab the handle of the lamps, the music stops. So
Yeah.
that's a nice touch. Ow. Also, again, just like in Crash, jumping instead on top of the moving platforms, moving blocks here and there, actually may lead you to more collectibles, rather than just, passing by them.
Boy, well, I guess it's obvious that Australia really does like Crash.
Gee, I wonder why. A lot of countries like Crash, Australia, the US, the UK,
It's
Japan
that
even.
the Crash Bandicoot series takes place in Australia.
Yeah. More like a new unidentified New Zealand archipelago, I think.
Yeah. Although I'd actually quite like to see an Australian developer, if there is a big one, maybe do a Crash game at some point, because America's done a few, the UK's done a couple, Japan's done one, although we like to forget about that one.
Yeah.
So Australia doing one be alright.
It's so funny how Australia is a place that is not only a country but also a continent. Like, they named the country within it Australia, but the entire continent is called Australia, aka Oceania.
Well, not everywhere, Joe. Remember, my country at least defines it as Oceania.
Yeah, but apparently that's the norm.
And it includes also New Zealand, for example.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, like, well, at least in my country, and from what I've heard, Australia themselves regard their continent as Australia, despite having a country called Australia. I mean, at least of us, we have North America and South America to differentiate.
You know, speaking of New Zealand,
Right.
now considering they filmed Power Rangers there, now I can imagine that actually being quite a perk for someone outside of there going to film a new series. You get to go to where they filmed Lord of the Rings for a day. No, not for a day, for a few months.
Now there you go. Shiri's favorite section in the tea.
You'd think that would be burning him alive.
No.
Yeah.
But
How
you need to run
big is
faster
this teacup?
before actually being, already tornado.
Right.
There you go. No, don't worry. This was actually automated. The first one, at least.
Mickey had the distinct feeling he was being lured into a
Nah.
trap.
Oh, no kidding, Mr. Narrator.
You just told me, you asshole!
Well, that's the thing. It's again another throwback to all the adventures of Mickey. He was usually doing these kind of adventures, even when he was lured into a trap, he didn't care and just faced danger front on.
The little when the icon in the top left changes every time Mickey takes a hit.
Yes.
The one where it looks like he takes a hit, it looks disturbing because it looks like he has like no eye.
Yeah, he's closing them. That's the thing.
I know, but it doesn't look like it though. It looks like they took his eyes away.
Maybe it's from a Mickey creepypasta or something.
Totally.
Careful, Tia. You've only got 2 stars.
Don't worry, Lives. I rarely die in this game. Even though it's easy, I will admit that.
No, you missed it. You missed the gem.
Aw, come on. Stand still, why don't you?
Nope.
Yikes!
Oh God,
we
look
go.
out! It's nutrition on wheels!
Oop. Alright, so we just need to get out of the T here, and we'll be able to get the gem from the doppelganger. Now is the thing, you don't need to actually get at the end of this section, you just... there you go. It's only for the sake of getting another red pepper.
Donald's chili pepper collected.
You remember, it's a reference to Quackshot, visiting unlocks a themed costume.
Ah, okay.
Finally, the green rainbow gem was his.
You sure about that? You
Mickey
absolutely
endured a lot of
positively
taunts
sure
from
about
his
that?
pesky shadow,
Huh,
he
I guess
couldn't
so.
resist doing a little
Yes.
taunting of his own.
There you go.
Yeah, taunting of his own by clearing the stage.
Well, no, he did,
Oh, but we've got another act coming up.
well, yeah, we
Mickey
need
braced
to still
himself
face the
for
boss.
next sugar-coated shock from this confectionery world.
Here we go. And just like in the original game, it's the Licorice Dragon that's based on Pete's Dragon.
A gigantic red licorice dragon emerged from the milk.
Now here they change it quite a bit. Instead, he starts throwing the pastries. I don't know what these are. At you.
Cookies.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip for in case he doesn't throw on the same cookie twice. So basically, you just need to see where he does, and then position yourself there to be safe for a bit. Then he does the fighting thing, and you need to move on the next session and repeat 3 times.
I see, Roy. Sorry, you missed the T level.
Do you need a time? I guess not.
It was just muted, so.
Pulse.
Yes, and I missed the T.
So you do need a
Alright, go
time.
to 14 and a half.
So as you can see, this boss also studied from the school of Kuala Kong when it comes to hurling stuff like that.
Alright, almost there.
Hey, you skipped one, you cheater.
The candy dragon looks interesting in 3D.
So much better. It's a good thing that I don't like that much sweets in general, so...
Neither do I.
Me neither.
3, 2, 1, click.
I prefer savory snacks.
Yay, dabs of victory.
Mickey, stop spazzing.
Oh, so we got both the green gem and the blue
The
gem.
blue one.
That's a Chaos
yeah.
Emerald.
Well, that's
Yes.
kind of how it was in the original as well.
Yeah,
But-
again, in the original it was even easier because you just found the gem laying around.
Did Sega Australia just nick assets?
I don't know, dude.
Stole Sonic Team's emerald.
Mickey
Let's
had
see
managed
what we
to
got
secure
next.
both the 4th and 5th
Plot twist:
The
Sega Australia was run
Okay,
by
5
Eggman.
down and
That's
2
why they
left to
closed it
go.
down.
Yeah, in the next part of seeing the castle, the proper castle world, which is technically the last world. So see you for that.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.